So after the bathroom, the kitchen, the rest of the house is actually fairly straightforward dusting for the most part. There's not a lot of scrubbing. You won't need any Jif or scouring pads for the most part. You'll just need your all-purpose cleaner, your microfiber, bit of Windex sometimes, and a glass cleaner, microfiber. So in the lounge room, we're going to start with the TV, and as with every space, start at the highest point, work your way down. So with TVs, similar to mirrors, you want a glass cleaning microfiber, a bit of Windex. You want to make sure it's a mist, not a jet. If you put too much cleaner onto the TV, or if you do it as a jet and you let it run down, that's what's going to cause damage. If you do a light mist and then clean it off gently, it's not going to cause any trouble. So just a couple of light shots like that. Same as a mirror, you want to start at the top corner, do a figure of 8 very gently. You're not going to need to scrub. It's a TV, it's probably dusty and that's about it. But because it is electrical, it will be dusty. So just a light like that, and you can see that's pretty much clean. And that's all you'll need that for. Get rid of that. The rest of the surfaces, all you need is a microfiber and a general cleaner. So we're going to start on the top here, do the shelves, and then we're going to move on. So try to avoid spraying back onto the screen. You've obviously cleaned that. We will try and dust off the top. You probably don't need any cleaner there. You just want to get any excess dust off the top of it, and then we'll do that. So when it comes to these surfaces here, there's going to be 2 types of cleaning for us at Cleaning Excellence. It's going to be what we call light dusting and heavy dusting. Light dusting is literally going around things. It obviously takes less time and it's a little easier. Heavy dusting is where you want us to pick up everything, dust it, and put it back back where it is, roughly. So for the purposes of demonstration, I will do a heavy dusting at this end. We'll go up that end and pretend it's a light dusting. So you want to spray like that, similar to everywhere else. Pick up the item, give that a wipe underneath it, and then put it back where you found it. Same with the other 2 picture frames here. So often it's just dusty. As I've said, it's not usually going to take a lot of scrubbing. Obviously be very careful not to damage anything, as with every other part of the house. Now you do want to get behind things like TV as best as you can. Now, as I said, put them back more or less where you found them. Again, not millimetre perfect, just as best as you can. And then the rest we're going to do pretty much a light dusting. So with white surfaces like this, what will happen often is you'll dust and you'll have a line of collected dust, and you want to be very careful. It can be very hard to get it off, and it shows up like a sore thumb because it's dark fluff against a white background. So you can see here, I'm not really moving anything. I'm not dusting these items. I'm just dusting around them as best as we can. So when there's electrical equipment, etc., we don't really want to move it. You want to dust on top of it as best you can. And in front of it, try not to press any buttons. You don't want to turn anything on or off. And then spot clean the front of the drawers. So there's a bit of marker here, for example. Then move on to the dining table, the coffee table, sorry. I'm just looking on the sides to see if there's anything I need to wipe off. And then often we'll do lounges. So with lounges, again, you don't want to put too much spray on, especially if it's real leather, because it will do damage. So just a light mist on top, on the arm, like that. And then make sure you do the back part here as well. So obviously these parts will collect dust. Get into these groovy bits. And you won't need to put spray on the seat because you've probably got enough cleaner on your microfiber at this point to do that. All right, when you're finished, put everything back where you more or less found it and move on to the next part of the house.